Yeah. Anyhow, we're live. So, welcome to Game Central Junction, everyone. As always, I'm your host, Metal, and joining me is my co-host, Marsupial Gamer, from his car, because he's got somewhere to be tonight. But we're still going to have our show regardless, so, I don't know, grab that link, share it off with as many people as you happen to know. I know it's very few, but any additional person helps, so go ahead and do it. And at any point in time, if you happen to like the show, you can always consider giving a donation to streamlabs.com/vomitoriumlive. It's really appreciated, and we'll get to it. Today, we're mostly going to be ripping apart the Game Award nominations because, let's be real, it's the week of Thanksgiving. Not a lot of actual news going on in gaming. Most of what you're going to find is going to be like deals for Black Friday. That's not interesting. That's like the only thing we got to talk about, but we can make it more interesting. Maybe by berating them for the choices that made it in. Maybe also by saying some of the things we would have liked to be in instead. So that sounds fun and something that Marsupial can participate in from the car without needing his screen up in front of him.
Yeah. I wonder if this year, if there were any Black Friday riots.
I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like I would imagine it's dropped off. Like I didn't see any stories about it.
I thought Black Friday was a riot.
Yeah. Because I imagine like everyone just shops online now, right? I mean,
oh yeah.
Might as well forget about
Cyber Monday altogether.
Yeah. Like Cyber Monday is, I don't know why you even bother, except just another day to have sales, I guess.
That's it. That's all.
It's all cyber.
Was complaining about that earlier and how like Cyber Monday shouldn't even exist anymore. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Yeah.
And now people are trying to use the acronym of like BFCM, so it's like Black Friday through Cyber Monday, so they can have all the days in between. It's like, man, do you even need that though? Because Black Friday starts like a week before Black Friday now.
Yeah, really. It was going on last weekend. All these Black Friday deals now. I'm like, wait. It's not Black Friday. What are you talking about?
Really, I think we should be calling it Slack Friday because everybody's too full from eating turkey the day before to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's at work because I got the usual number of solicitor calls on my phone that I didn't get yesterday. So. I don't know. The call bots are back to work today.
I didn't get any today myself, but we had door-to-door internet salesman coming up today. I wasn't expecting that. Like, really? Thanksgiving was yesterday. They're making you do that today?
Black Friday, man.
I know.
And I was like, I was thinking it would be like another Verizon person since I canceled the last one that fooled me into thinking they were giving us fiber.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be that 5G crap. I'm like, no, we've already got coax. It's way faster. But no, it was a fiber optics thing.
Yeah,
right?
it was Quantum Fiber is the name of the brand, which I looked up. It is an actual like wide brand. It's not like a local thing or anything.
But I wonder if they would have to dig. Like, do we have fiber already at the house, or I don't know.
I don't know. The big thing that they were bragging to you is that it wouldn't be on a shared line, right? Because that's one of the things around here is everybody on Cox is on a shared line. It would be a private line. So I don't know how that has to work.
Well, that's how fiber works.
Yeah,
it works that way.
I don't know too much about fiber. I've had a gig line before fiber was a thing in the past, just because like I was on a campus, so they had the infrastructure for that. But aside from that, it's like I'm not too clued in on it. I know structurally how the line works. I don't know how they have to put the infrastructure in.
Well, they brought that to my mom's house in Alabama, and they have to bury the line. Yeah. It's just, it's a bundle of however many, at least from the nearest, what do they call it? The box, the junction they just have as many lines as there are houses.
Okay.
So it's one line to each house, and they just, each one branches off to the next house and the next house. So, because I guess they're really, really thin.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've seen
but
what the lines actually look like, and I understand how the fiber optics
yeah,
work, but I've just never seen them lay down the infrastructure before.
yeah, I actually watched them do it over the course of a couple of weeks at my mom's house, and yeah, it's just like any other internet line. They just bury it. So it must be at the street at least, but if they have to bring it to the house, they'd have to bury it under the lawn, and I'd have to call the actual owner, or at least the manager, property manager, to be like, is it okay if we let them bury
Well, I think that's why,
fibers?
because they were going door to door and they were asking everyone in the neighborhood. I think they're trying to establish themselves in the neighborhood, right? So they probably they probably need to get permission from every single house in the neighborhood to be able to bury their lines, realistically speaking, right? Unless they have it going from both ways. But what if there's somebody blocking in the middle?
Well, I think what they would do is basically just leave their line out at the street,
Okay.
like ready to go, but they probably wouldn't, hook it up to the house. Yeah, I mean, if they don't have to get permission from everyone, because they ended up they basically put it in the what do they call it, the part of your lawn that the city's allowed to do stuff with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't know which part that is here, because both sides of the street don't even have sidewalks. Like the lawn goes straight up to the road.
Yeah, I think the city's allowed to, like, if they decide, okay, we're going to allow fiber to be installed here, they're allowed to dig in your yard up to like a foot away from the.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just a lot easier when I was in the neighborhood I grew up in Texas, because there was sidewalk on both sides of the road, and there was a little bit of lawn on the other side of the sidewalk. So we just knew clearly well which was the part the city was allowed to do stuff with, because that's where also like the telephone lines were in that part of the lawn too.
Yeah, easement. I think it's called an easement.
Yeah.
Or I've seen in Nashville, a lot of places they just dug into the road. They actually buried that stuff in the road.
Hey, if the city lets you.
Yeah, it's horrible, because then you have like a line of whatever tar that they have to cover that up with, and then it's all bumpy and terrible. But I don't know. So I don't even know if it's installed here. I guess there's way more questions, and I really don't care because the internet's fine.
Yeah.
For the most part. And we have a gig.
Which is about Topper. Like when I was looking up, most of the plans for Quantum Fiber are about a gig anyway. Like it's probably more reliable. It's a private line, but like.
Things won't slow down on Fridays. Like I have noticed, sometimes the internet's a little slow on Fridays when everybody's using it. But yeah, it's not a big deal. I think we can get up to 2 with Cox.
I think they were saying that it was also probably cheaper. So I don't know. I'll look into their plans and see if it actually is. Yeah,
and I'll have to ask the
property owner.
Yeah, property, or at least the property manager. Like, is this? Yeah. Anyway.
Yep. But enough about solicitors.
Anyway,
let's.
Happy Black Friday.
Yeah, and happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrated it yesterday. I hope you had your fill of whatever you like. No turkey for me, but I hear that's what a lot of people prefer.
Yeah. What'd you think of the homemade honey glaze for the?
Oh, it was fine.
For the ham.
It actually held up even better during the reheating process.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Because I think putting it in the microwave and having the moisture come back out, it just kind of like moved it throughout the rest of the piece of the ham.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. But games. We're here to talk about games, I guess.
We are. We're here to talk about the games. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe we'll save the Game of the Year category for last because it's like the big one.
Sure.
But today, as I said, we're going to be going over the nominees for the Game Awards. The ones that the industry has collectively decided hold some type of value for some reason. But they have for the last decade and a half. So we're all here, whether we want to be or not.
Yeah, it's just funny how that works. Like there was never any, like nobody voted. It was just like, was it Kylie? Is that his name?
Keeley,
Um,
Jeff Keeley.
Keeley.
Yeah,
Jeff
yeah.
Keeley was just like, did he start it, or is he just the current
No, I think he's been there from
like
the beginning.
MC?
Basically, what happened
Okay.
was, they had production money behind them.
Yeah.
They wanted to start a show, and both I think Sony and Microsoft decided to back it, which are like the only two people that you need to back it, and then the rest of the industry was in on it too. That's from my understanding.
Sorry. Yeah. It's so weird that it's just kind of it grew. I want to say organically, but like inorganic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't like
It's just like,
astroturfed or anything.
yeah, it's like
Right.
we're gonna start doing this, and maybe it'll catch on.
Yeah,
Yes, I
yeah.
guess it's I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
it because they used to
It's
do.
very
Correct me if I'm
corpo.
wrong.
It's like super
Yeah,
corpo.
it didn't used to like. I guess it was always backed by corpo or whatever.
Oh yeah, from the beginning.
Big industry, but didn't they used to have like the voting used to be a combination of whoever industry insiders or critics or whatever and the audience, like
Yeah, yeah.
they both
Well, it
had
still is
input.
to a degree, right? Like if you
Is
go to
it?
the website to thegameawards.com/nominees, you can log in and you can cast a vote. Every single one of these you can cast a
Right.
vote on. Now, the player's vote doesn't matter as much. Like any individual player's vote does not weigh as much as an individual like accredited journalist vote, right?
Because
The only thing that
yeah.
the journalists don't have anything on, but they could still log in as a normal user and vote too, is like the Player's Choice Awards, which is like a completely different
Yeah.
thing from this.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that holds clout for me, and you, and probably a lot of people, but not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Game of the year. It's like the question is it 50-50 between like general public and
I don't
the
know
critics?
what the weight is.
Like,
They've said it at
yeah.
one point in time, just to be a little
Yeah.
transparent about it, but I'd have to go digging to find it out. Even if it was 50-50, it still would be very uneven, right? Because there's way
Yeah.
more individuals voting on the player side than there is on the
Yeah.
commentator
But
review side.
I have a bad feel. Like
Yeah.
I maybe I'm making this up, but I feel like it's even worse. Like that the
I think
player.
it's like 60-40 in favor
Yeah.
of the journalists. I think. I
Yeah.
don't quote me on it. I feel like it is though.
What's funny is you remember was it the Happy Puppy or something? Remember the Hugo Awards where the public kind of revolted,
No.
and this I forget it, Sad Puppy. There was a group that called themselves some sort of puppies, that came in and decided to vote as a block, like they coordinated
Mhm.
and completely turned the Hugo Awards upside down.
No, I
But
did not know that at all.
oh yeah, this happened. Maybe almost a decade ago, and it like they totally dominated because like I guess at that time the players, like if they were voting as a block, they could basically decide who would win, and they picked good books that they wanted to win, but specifically, well, not they didn't pick them because of this, they picked them for merit. But of course, they were not always the critics' choice because the critics would choose more based on DEI criteria. And it was just,
basically, you would say political grounds, just anything that would make it look the best for one reason or another. Yeah, yeah.
And they were so upset that the people actually had a voice that I think after that they completely changed it. And now, I don't know, it's 90-10 or 100-0. I don't know. Anyway,
well, I
can't
can't complain too much about the Game Awards because it's one of the few things, video games in general, one of the few ones where they even still let people have a decent amount of voice in it. Obviously, their competitors, the Player Choice Awards, have even more voice because it's all about the player's voice. But the fact that they even let people have a voice, I mean, go try voting for the Academy Awards.
Yeah. You could join the Academy, I
can.
think. Can't anyone? You have to pay like these huge dues. But you're right.
Yeah.
you're right. As much as we complain about various aspects of the industry, it's like,
And all
well,
this stuff was nominated, right? Like
yeah,
the part where the player's voice matters the most was the nomination phase where they got to nominate this stuff up here. So
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I always complain about it because it is so corpo dominated. But
Yeah, yeah.
like, if you think about it, it's
It's still better
you
than
know,
most other places.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Anyhow.
Anyway, we've wasted 15 minutes. I guess we can.
Yeah. So
Move to
let's pick
the
a good
nominees.
category to start. Some of these we're just not even gonna go over. Like I don't think we have any desire to talk about like best esports athlete or best esports team or anything like that.
Yeah,
I don't
wouldn't
even really
know.
follow any anymore. I used to regularly, but
Yeah, I might be interested in like best score or whatever they soundtrack, whatever they call it.
oh yeah, that one's on here for sure. Yeah, best score and
But,
music is a category we could definitely.
yeah.
I think the least interesting thing that I do want to bring up because I remember some of the people was the content creator of the year in gaming.
Oh, I'm interested in the nominees.
Yeah, only because of the nominees. Yeah. So I only recognize, I think, maybe 3 of the 5, but the fact that I recognize 3 of the 5 is anything. So the nominees for best content creator in the Game Awards are, I think that's pronounced Kaidril. I don't know how that name is said.
I think I know who that is. Yeah.
There's Kai Cenat, who I recognize him.
Oh,
I
that's what
would
I was thinking
expect him
of.
to win for sure.
Yeah.
The one I would want to win is Moist Critical was actually nominated for it.
Wow.
So Charlie's up there.
Okay. Does he play games
Oh,
on
yeah,
stream?
Yeah.
Okay. Penguin Zero.
Yeah, Sakura Miko is a VTuber who's up there too.
Okay.
And this person I don't
Male?
recognize at all.
Is that a male VTuber?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't know who
the
that is.
Burnt Peanut is the other one, which
What?
has a very I've never even heard of this person before.
Yeah.
Like I've never seen
Yeah.
a Sakura Miko stream, but like I'm familiar with the VTuber model and stuff. It's like I've heard of you before. I've never even heard of the Burnt Peanut before, but those are the 5 people up on that category. I hope Charlie wins, but I honestly expect Kai Cenat to. Not to say that Kai doesn't deserve it. He does a lot of crazy stuff in the content creation industry. You know, like he's always trying to find fun new things to do. Like I'm not going to be a hater of Cenat. He's really good at what he does.
Yeah. Now, what is this? These awards that they have in California that are put on by like Cutie Cinderella and the whole LA
Oh, I don't know.
streamer crew. There's like a whole other awards show that they do.
Yeah,
And I remember like I didn't know about it until this year when I think it was Cutie Cinderella, maybe somebody else was like crying about it and how it's so stressful and stuff. And Asmongold was like, well, you don't have to do this.
Yeah,
like this is a dumb show.
To do it, you know?
Yeah, you want, you're the one putting on the show. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. Like ask yourself,
nobody
is
really
it
cares.
worth it? How much returns do you get from putting the show on, right? Like maybe they make enough off of it that they just can't afford not to. I don't know.
No, that's the other thing. They've been underwater. They're losing money every year. There was one year. Yeah, there was one year where they got enough sponsors that they were making money, and they either nominated or maybe just nominated what's his name? The socialist guy, Hassan Piker.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like their biggest their biggest sponsor pulled out because of that.
I mean, I would too, to be honest.
Yeah. And so I think they've always lost money. It's like, just stop. Just stop. It's ridiculous.
Seriously, I wouldn't run a show like that if I wasn't making enough to cover it off of the ad revenue alone, let alone sponsors.
Yeah.
Like, you want sponsors because you want that to be just like pure profit off of something like that.
Or at least break even. Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I agree with your take on the
Yeah.
streamer of the year.
So I think the next category we'll hit is most anticipated game. Now, obviously, we all have our individual most anticipated game, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. But their list, the nominees for most anticipated game, I really only see like one of these even being, or two being viable. We have the 007 First Light by IO Interactive, the new James Bond
Are
game
these
we watched the trailers for.
these are games that haven't come out yet?
Yeah, these are the games people are
Okay.
looking forward to. They're anticipating, right?
Okay.
The next one is Grand Theft Auto 6 from Rockstar Games, which I think easily should just win because it's Grand Theft Auto, right? Like, we're talking about the majority of people who are looking forward to games. That's probably the most anticipated at this point. Marvel's
I don't know
Wolverine.
if that's... Sorry, I don't know if GTA 6 is going to come out in time to be in the next awards.
No, probably not. But that doesn't mean it still can't be the most anticipated game, right? Like, technically, they
can
could have
be.
been on here for like the last 5 years if they wanted to.
Yeah.
It's like, well, it keeps winning because it's still the most anticipated game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marvel Wolverine?
Yeah, from Insomniac / Sony Interactive Entertainment. It's being done by the same studio that's doing the Spider-Man game. So it's going to be like the Wolverine equivalent of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I've heard that they're pretty good, so okay.
I don't know. I don't think they're fun at all, but a lot of people like them, so maybe that one should be on the list. This one actually feels like it belongs here. Resident Evil Requiem, because even the people who have criticisms towards Resident Evil games, like, I didn't think the last Resident Evil was that good. It was still better than most other games that came out at the time. It's the Resident Evil brand. They're pretty strong.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are looking forward to Requiem.
Yeah.
And
could be good.
yeah, I don't know how many people are looking forward to The Witcher 4 from CD Projekt Red. Probably more people than I think. I'm just not looking forward to it.
Yeah. The Witcher 4. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't remember. I know Witcher 3 seems to have been around forever. Was that any good? I feel like
it was a good game.
Must have been pretty good. So,
The thing is, the actual story ended in 3, though. Like that, they finished covering all of the actual works, plus whatever other stuff they've added. So everything from here on is like pure fan fiction.
now, does CD Projekt Red own GOG? Is that right?
Yes, they are the ones who own Good Old Gaming.
Yeah. Because I know they've like given that game away. Like I never bought it, but I have it permanently because I just gave it away on GOG at one point.
See, Fizz is here. He says Insomniac Spider-Man was just a copy of Batman Arkham series. I don't think it was just a copy. There was definitely a lot of influence on it, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Having played the entire Batman Arkham series.
And the only like problems I've heard people had with it was mostly around mods, like, because they had a lot of, the pride flags and stuff, and people would mod them into like American flags.
There was more problems than that, and it was just how freaking buggy the full second game was when it came out. Now it's very functional now. They fixed everything, but that game was a mess. It was so easy to just accidentally end up out of bounds and not be able to finish something, or to accidentally knock something that you needed out of bounds. Like, that game was a buggy, hellish mess when it launched.
Oh, and I did hear there was a segment where you play as like a blind person or a deaf person. I don't know. Kind of dumb.
But the
like
first
that you
one,
couldn't.
That was a pretty solid game, even if I didn't care for it too much. I get everything on that. So hopefully Wolverine will be more like the first Spider-Man and less like the Miles Morales expansion or Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Miles' deaf girlfriend, if it says.
Yeah. And like there's a mandatory part. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Like, you can't progress unless you do this. It's not a side mission or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your most
it's funny because
game?
it's not this. I would agree with you that GTA 6 probably should win, probably will, but I don't care for it. Well, I mean, to be honest, Metroid Prime 4.
That's fair. I don't think even if people wanted to, that would qualify just because it's like out next week.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I
But
think
yeah,
end
that's
of the
fair.
week. Yeah.
I think mine now is that Varsapura game, but that's going to be like 2 years down the road.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But you know, that's far enough away.
Maybe that'll
I'm
come up.
anticipating it, right?
Mhm. Although, if you're talking about like most anticipated, like, well, I'll say I am even more than Metroid Prime 4. I'm anticipating the Animal Crossing version 3 DLC.
Oh, yeah. That'll be
That's got a lot of cool stuff. Although, again, I am kind of bummed that I have to start all over because I screwed up and deleted my whole game.
I was very tempted
Deleted my
to
island.
open Animal Crossing up yesterday for Thanksgiving, but it's like,
Yeah.
but I haven't touched it in so long. Like, I don't want to like go through Thanksgiving stuff. Like, that just seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, it's funny is that remember I with the both of us, I guess both of us kind of opened it up and started, because at least I didn't know all the stuff that was in. Oh shit! Hold on,
Yeah.
sorry, in the wrong lane. I didn't know all the stuff that was in the version 2 update, and so I was playing it like a year ago for like a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a year ago? I guess it was.
Yeah, it was
And
about a year ago.
and then I put it down for a while, and I kept thinking, oh, I need to like rewind so I can do Toy Day again.
Ah.
But now we're coming up to the next Toy Day.
Yeah,
and
you were doing like a bunch of
still
time
haven't played.
traveling. I was like, nah, man, I'm just gonna play whatever day it is. I'm gonna go back to the traditional way.
Well, I just wanted to play every day.
Yeah.
And of course, I wouldn't play for like 3 or 4 days. And then I just go back and play the days that I missed.
Yeah. You'd be going through your backlog of like, I haven't played this week, so I'm gonna go through the whole last week.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was so close to getting some gold roses. And
Yeah.
then I transferred over to another Switch and forgot to transfer Animal Crossing separately.
Oh, yeah. And Flit's here saying it's like
So-
Marsupial going through Anka withdrawals.
Anka?
Yeah, I don't even think
what?
you even like Anka that much. She's a character. from
Which one is
Animal
Anka?
Crossing.
Oh,
The
yeah, I don't
cat
even know who
that's
that
like
is.
a pharaoh.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm going through, oh, shoot. Who's the bunny superhero girl?
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Let me think.
She's my favorite.
Yeah,
In fact,
you even got like printed a little
Well,
amiibo tag
yeah.
or whatever for it.
I did, but actually, I originally had the original amiibo card for her, which I think Peach got me for my birthday a few years ago. But I think I lost it. So
Mira.
Mira, yes,
Yeah.
I'm going through a Mira withdrawal.
See, my favorite bunny was always Ruby. It was just a nice white rabbit with red eyes.
See, I probably wouldn't like that because I watched so much Max and Ruby when my kids were really young, and I freaking hate Ruby. She's such a bitch.
I think
you're supposed
Ruby from Animal Crossing probably predates that too. 'Cause I think
Probably.
she was in the first game. You can usually tell how old somebody was in the series by how plain their design is.
Yeah. Like you got to have a plain one.
Yeah.
That's probably what they started with.
Yeah, she was in one of my starter villagers in Wild World.
Mhm.
And I kind of just, because I spent so much time in Wild World, I just became like really attached to my 3 starter villagers in that one, even though I'd played the original Animal Crossing before that. So it was Rolf, Bill, and Ruby. And like, if they get in my town, I still just keep them around.
Huh. Yeah, it's funny. We had, Peach and I had an ongoing joke about Shari, because we both despised Shari. And, okay, I got to hang up.
Okay. I'm guessing he has to go and do something with the gas station. Let me VS hang up. Change the screen because I'm gonna get cut off. There we go. Arrested calling it now? That'd be great and awful at the same time. Great for content. Awful for, like, literally every other reason. But while he's away, we'll talk about a category he's not going to care about at all. And also, every single thing in this category is awful. So that's how you know it's a good category. And it is the best adaptation of a video game this year. And all 5 of them are just completely horrendous. That I think the better thing is, what is the least awful adaptation, right? So we've got a Minecraft movie from Legendary Pictures, Mojang and Warner Brothers. Devil May Cry from Studio Mir, Capcom, Netflix. Splinter Cell Death Watch from Faust Sun Creature, Ubisoft, Netflix. The Last of Us Season 2, HBO, PlayStation Productions. And Until Dawn, Screen Games and PlayStation Productions. Minecraft is going to win. Honestly, looking at all this other stuff here, not only do I think Minecraft is going to win, Minecraft should win. All of that just does not sound good. Now, I want to check out Splinter Cell. I want to have hope for it. Just because, like, anything that's remotely Tom Clancy is on slightly tighter leash than other things, so I don't know if they'll mess it up as much as, like, other adaptations have. But I still don't have that much faith. Especially because it's Netflix. And not everything from Netflix is bad. They're more of just a producer. But you're, like, rolling the dice here, and it's like the dice are loaded. So I'm thinking Minecraft, probably. Probably Minecraft. God, that's just such an awful category. Video game adaptations, you know, they don't have a good track record. But man, they gotta be better than that. Let's see, we also have... Man, I'm actually so tiny, I don't want to do it this way. Where's, full screen. You know, if he's not around, I'll just make myself big until he gets back. Here we go. You get to see my wonderful, ugly mug. Best multiplayer nominees are no game I've played or had any... Well, I wouldn't say any desire. One of them is like I had more desire to play than the actual normal version. We have Arc Raiders from Embark. Battlefield 6, which, I mean, it's Battlefield, but they haven't really been treating it that well recently, so I don't know if 6 is any good. Marsupial fired in real time. Elden Ring Night Rain from FromSoft. Peak from Aggro Crab / Landfall. And Split Fiction from Hazelight Studios / EA. Now, of all of these, I would actually just love Peak to win. Just because you like to see those smaller teams come up with something. And it was such a big game this year, right? Like, I haven't had any desire to play Peak myself, but I've had a lot of fun watching other people play it. It's a great game to watch. So, like, I really hope that wins. Let's see. Flit says either Arc Raiders or Elden Ring. Only because they're the only two he's heard of. Arc Raiders has a huge, like, movement behind it. And so I could see that one winning just from votes alone of the players. But I think Peak should win. But what should happen doesn't always happen. Let's see. Next category is best sports or racing game. Is there anything good in here at all? We have EA Sports. I'm guessing this is FIFA. This is FC 26. So not like licensed FIFA, but like that same type of thing. It looks like it's football. We have F1 25 from EA. We have Mario Kart World Rematch, which is more football, and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So I don't know if anybody's been following Mario Kart World. It's been kind of disappointing. They just keep adding stuff, but they don't fix anything. And when people found a way to skip the kind of like driving in between the races, they kind of immediately patched it out. So it's not very player friendly. It's not very competition friendly. Because Nintendo's like, you're going to play our game the way we want you to play it, and that's it. So I really just, for the one time, I'm rooting against Nintendo. And I kind of actually would just want Sonic Racing Cross Worlds to win. Sonic Racers, except for that one. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was the one that was in between Transformed and this one, which was kind of awful. Most of like the Sonic Team Race, I think that was the name of it, was Sonic Team Racing. But most of the Sonic Racing games have been pretty good. Like, I really liked Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. I thought that game was better than the Mario Kart the year it came out. I haven't played Cross Worlds. I've watched a little bit. It looks pretty good. The character interactions and dynamics are pretty good too. So I would hope that one wins. I don't really know enough about the other games to really say in. I'm assuming the EA ones are just not that good. Because EA games are kind of just floating off of like the normie purchase at this point, where it's the only sports game they know and they get it every year anyway. It's kind of just a money printer for them. And I don't know Rematch. Rematch is probably unironically a better like soccer football game than EA's. So that is what that is. I heard people say Sonic Racing game is unironically good. Probably is. I think Sonic Team Racing has been the only bad one in recent time. Best sim/strategy game. We have Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles, which, as much as I love the game, I don't think remakes and remasters should really be up for any nomination. So I would love for Final Fantasy to win. I don't think it should be here. Great game, though. I love Tactics. Unironically, might be the best Final Fantasy on the original PlayStation. Better than any of the main numbered ones. We have Jurassic World Evolution 3. And I don't even know if that game is good or not. Sid Meier's Civilization 7, which I've heard very mixed things about. There's some people that like really like it. And there's some people that are like, we've just been straying further and further from God's light. So I don't really know how to judge that one. We have Tempest Rising from Slipgate Ironworks in 3D Realms. The Altars from 11-Bit Studios. And 2 Point Museum from 2 Point Studios / Sega. I haven't even heard of the last three, so I guess I can't really say on it. Was Civ 6 the one everyone hated? I think almost uniformly everybody hated Civ 6, yes. I think from what I've been hearing, Civ 7, it's been a little more mixed on it. But I don't know many people who like Civ 6 at all. But I'm also not, my ear is not down to the ground for Sid Meier's as much as it used to be. Like, I really liked it back in Civ 4. I thought Civ 4 was great. Older ones were good too. But I just haven't been keeping up as much, so even what I'm hearing could not be a good representation of the wider opinion. If it was like, I don't know, a decade and a half ago, I could have told you exactly what people thought of the current Civilization. We also have Best Family Game. What are even in these categories? This one... I think I know who should win. And honestly, it probably will because the competition doesn't seem that steep. So, we've got Donkey Kong Bonanza from Nintendo. Lego Party. Lego Voyagers. There's two Lego games in here. One of them looks like it's a baby Lego game. Mario Kart World. Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. And Split Fiction. Now, I'm going to say this. Should be hands down. Bonanza should win. It is just leagues more interesting than any of the other game in this list. And you could spend way more time in it, even though it's something that has like the most, I guess, straightforward linear gameplay. Because it's you're going down, but it's like a traditional Mario or Donkey Kong game where there's a bunch of goals in the area and you're trying to fill them all. And you don't have to get every single one. But because it's, you know, like Mario 64, you have all these side goals you can do. You could spend a lot of time. And the environment's so destructible that you could just kind of like fuck off and spend as much time as you want in a level anyway. So, yeah, definitely Donkey Kong Bonanza should win that category. I don't even think it should be close. But then again, Lego Party, I'm familiar with the game. I don't know what the extent of everything you could do in it. That game could also be where you could just spend way too much time in it. It might be the only contender because I don't see either of the racing games actually competing with Bonanza, like at all. And don't worry, Marsupial will be rejoining us eventually, sometime, maybe before the end of the show. His trek to his like partner's place, the Peaches, is a very difficult one this time. So it's whatever. He'll get back when he can. Best fighting game. He's back when I pay his bail. Ooh, that might be a while. So for best fighting games, we have 2XKO from Riot Games, which I've seen a lot of gameplay of. Absolute garbage as far as a fighting game goes. Which does not surprise me at all, coming from Riot Games. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, which I don't think should even be eligible for it, because it's a collection of previous games. Fatal Fury City of Wolves, which hands down should just be the winner of this. I don't even think it should be close. I mean, I'm just glad Fatal Fury's back, even if it's in fighting game form. I want a more traditional Fatal Fury game. Especially because they have King of Fighters. Why do we need another SNK fighting game that has half of the same roster that shows up in King of Fighters anyway? But I won't complain. The more Fatal Fury, the better. I love that franchise. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, which also shouldn't be on here because it's a collection. And Virtua Fighter 5 REVO World Stage from Sega. Virtua Fighter's got a really, really strong history to it. I just don't think at all that it can compete with City of Wolves, especially because, like, SNK really knows what they're doing with pleasing the fans with City of Wolves, especially if you've seen Chun-Li. Right? Their borrowed collab character from their friends/rivals over at Capcom. But they also finally did a bunch of the memes that people have been wanting them to do forever, that like fan artists and stuff do. Like they have the historic Chun-Li rival like boob bump scene in it. Like they know who they're making their game for. I think City of Wolves definitely deserves to win. It's one of those ones that I haven't been able to pick up to this point, but I'm going to when I can. Let's get some donos for Marsupial's belt. Yes, sure. That's exactly what you should be donating for. It's not going to go to lining my pocket for soda money or something like that. It's definitely going for Marsupial's apparent bail that he needs. So yes, best RPG, which I think one of these I stretched to even... Oh yeah, City Wolves does have a pretty cool art style. But one of them, I'm not even sure I would qualify as an RPG. I would probably throw it out of there. Maybe, I don't know. So we've got Avowed by Obsidian Entertainment / Xbox Game Studios. That's not the one I'm talking about. That's clearly an RPG. Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which I think is probably winning this category, probably should win this category, because Clair Obscur is just that good of a game. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 from Warhorse Studios / Deep Silver. Monster Hunter Wilds from Capcom, which is the one that I'm like, is that even really an RPG? You know, like I guess if you stretch it, you could make arguments that Monster Hunter is an RPG. I wouldn't consider it one really, but you know that is what that is. And The Outer Worlds 2 from Obsidian Entertainment / Xbox Game Studios. Obsidian got 2 games in this category. Oh yeah, dude, Clair Obscur, absolutely. They deserve basically to win every category that they get dropped into. I think they went so overboard on making that game as great as it could be, keeping their budget down as much as possible too. I think most of their budget just went to voice actors, comparatively speaking, because they do have some pretty big name actors in there. But like, it was in the lower millions. Their studio was the number of people that's in the game title, so that kept the budget down a lot. And they didn't even charge what we've been used to industry price for a game. I think on PC it was like $45 or something, 50 on console. Like, they absolutely deserve everything they could possibly get for something that was just an amazing experience. I haven't gotten to play it myself, but I've watched like 5 or 6 playthroughs of it at this point, and I still want to play it myself, even though I know what happens in the entirety of the game, because it just looks like a really, really fun player experience that it would be different when you finally get to play it yourself. So, like, I think they deserve to win. But this is a category Marsupial actually cares about, so now that he's back, maybe we'll hear his opinion on it.
Yeah, just got pulled over by the cops.
Oh, it was a cop. Oh, Flit was right. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Apparently, somebody forgot to renew the registration on this car.
Oh.
And that somebody was me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who else would be the one renewing it.
I was so freaked out because I was like, oh my God, okay, I got to take out my headphones and turn off Discord and get my license out and all this stuff. And then when the guy came to the door or the window, like, I must have looked like I was scared out of my mind, because he was like, it's okay. He's like, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. He's like, it's no big deal. I was like, do I look scared? I probably did, because I didn't know what to do, because I was just like, what's going on?
You looked rushed and haggard.
Yes, pretty much. But no big deal. He just gave me a warning and told me to get my
excellent
registration. Yeah, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just I need to renew the registrations.
Yeah, it's something minor like that, especially like during a holiday area. Yeah. You're more likely to just get a warning. All the officers are in a good mood.
Yeah. And he saw that there's like beer next to me. He's like, that's not open. I'm like, no, it's not.
No, you can check yourself. Look, it's all close.
Yeah. So, no big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like $50 a bit later. Anyway, what's next?
Okay, so we just covered this, but I'll be willing to go over a little bit more because it's a category you might care about. Though I think you're going to come to the same decision the rest of us do, and it is Best RPG.
Yes.
And I'm going to
I don't know if I care as much.
Well, just about the category as a whole, you like RPGs.
Yeah, I just don't like modern RPGs.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think there's only one thing in here I think you would even choose anyway, and it's the obvious winner.
Okay.
But we have Avowed, Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Monster Hunter Wilds, which I'm like, is that even an RPG? And The Outer Worlds 2.
What is Avowed like? What is it like?
That's kind of like one of those, I think, like open world sort of, almost Elder Scrolls-ish style.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen, I don't know too much about it. I've seen like a trailer for it at one point, but it just was so uninteresting that I've purged most of it from my memory.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's definitely
there's only one
RPG,
in there.
It's just an action RPG.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you know me. I have this weird, arbitrary requirement.
If it's not a turn-based RPG, it doesn't count.
If it's not a turn-based game, it's not an RPG. That's my opinion. So I'd have to go with Expedition 33.
Yes, it is the same studio as Outer Worlds. I did pointed that out earlier before you got here. That Obsidian Entertainment got 2 games in this category this year.
Although I would say, I'm assuming remakes are not eligible, but if they were, I would say the Dragon Quest. Well, did Dragon Quest 3 come out last year?
Remakes are totally eligible, and apparently so are collections of games. They just didn't make it into the list, even though you and I would agree that remakes shouldn't be eligible. I don't think collections should be eligible either. I've bitched about it for like the last 4 categories.
I'd say, frankly, I would vote for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 over any of those. The HD 2D remake.
Okay, no. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 deserves everything it has coming to it.
It's barely a turn-based RPG, though.
No, it is very, very much a turn-based. It just also has reaction stuff in it. In the same way that, like, Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi games are turn-based RPGs.
Yeah. That's the one thing that pisses me off about them, though. Anyway, that's fine. That's fine. No, yeah, I agree. That one, far and away, much better than anything else.
I haven't heard anything bad about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 after the initial, like, controversy stuff. Like, when people actually played the game, I haven't heard anything bad about the gameplay itself. So, I don't know, you know, that one definitely probably deserves to be up there. It's just not beating E33.
Yeah.
What was the next one? It's a good thing you were gone for like most of the categories you don't care about at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe best family game, but you probably would have agreed with us that Donkey Kong Bonanza pretty much just ends up winning.
Well, what are the nominees in that?
There were like 2 Lego games, Mario Kart World, the Sonic Racing game, and Split Fiction, which I'm like, is that even a family game? It's multiplayer, but is it family?
No.
No.
I don't.
I think like Bonanza I guess easy wins.
Yeah, I mean, I played the demo. It was okay. I just, you know,
it's not your type of game.
Well, it should be. Like, I really like Super Mario Odyssey. I just feel like it was a poor man's Super Mario Odyssey.
The funny thing is, a lot of people are saying the opposite. That is like, it's everything Super Mario Odyssey should have been.
Oh, man.
But maybe it's because you only played the demo. Like, you didn't get to go deeper into it. Don't worry, we will be playing it.
I guess.
Eventually, because I think my brother did say that he was going to be mailing it at some point. So it's just whenever. Maybe around my birthday. So it should be coming pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it out. I don't know. It just seems it's a real collectathon, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because
they're trying to, like, really play into Donkey Kong 64, which was a rare game that was very much a collectathon. So they're like, this is what people expect from 3D Donkey Kong games because we haven't had one in, like, 2 decades or actually 2.5 decades almost.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about the Mario gameplay loop where he's not Donkey Kong feels too invincible, you know, like just too strong. It's kind of like Mario versus the Wario games, although I felt like the Wario games were done pretty well.
Well, they were very creative, right? Because it's like Wario can't die. Like he literally just doesn't feel like dying. But it's all about his levels are more like puzzle solving, right? Like what form of Wario do I need to be in to continue?
Yeah. But yeah, it's just I felt in the demo that I was like too big and powerful. It's like I want to be able to. I want to have to like solve the puzzle of how do I defeat this enemy. You know,
what if they made it more like Yoshi's Island, where like because Yoshi is like basically almost an invincible thing, right? But the big thing is like protecting baby Mario, right? So what if they made it more towards like Pauline is the trouble here, and like your whole thing is trying to keep her safe?
I hate that even more. I'm so particular. I'm sorry, but you know, trying to protect a system controlled like. It feels like
I love Yoshi's Island. I thought Yoshi's Island is like up there as one of the best platformers of all time.
It it feels like the whole game is an escort quest, and I hate
Oh
those. You know, I probably got burned out on those in playing World of Warcraft, where the goddamn escorts
Oh,
would
probably.
pull. You know, they're worse than Leroy Jenkins. They'd be pulling things left and right, and I'm like, why are you walking that way? Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's a good thing you just never played Resident Evil 4 then, because I think at sometimes the original version that Ashley's worse than any escort in an MMO has been.
Yeah.
And like half the game becomes like after you get to the second half of the game where you get Ashley, it's like it's an escort quest from there on out.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say I'm open-minded when it comes to Bonanza. I would love to play. I don't know. I don't want to buy it. It seems too expensive, but
yeah,
I would love to play the full game and at least see what else there is to it.
Yeah, I think my brother wants to send it
Play through the whole
because
demo.
he knows that I'm really interested into it, and he personally at this point felt like his Switch 2 and that game, as much as he enjoyed it because he really liked the game, was a waste of money. Because he's just like, he's not looking forward to stuff coming out from Nintendo as much as we are, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, if I send this game to somebody who will enjoy it, I will feel like I got more worth out of the money. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's fair.
That makes sense. Anyway, moving
Flick
on.
Says everyone complains about escort missions. Has there ever been a good escort mission? Well, I think it just really depends. Like, it's going to be a matter of opinion. Like I said, I think Yoshi's Island, if you want to consider that whole game a relay race escort mission where each of the Yoshis are passing Baby Mario on from one to the next, right? I think that's one of the best platformers ever made. It's like it's definitely up there. It's very tight. Yeah. You know, it's infinitely replayable.
At least. Does Baby Mario just like wander off and do you have to like
no
you don't have to like follow him
unless you get hit and then he's floating in the air and you have to go and grab him again, and that's like basically your life is making
that's not
sure
so bad.
At
least he's not at least you don't have to follow him basically.
But there are a lot of games that like the entire game is based around escort mission. I think there's a lot of really good ones. It's just that people have been burnt on like the really bad ones that they are just soured on escort missions in general. Like, I'm sure, I can't remember a lot of them off the top of my head. I don't even think Ashley was that bad, but everybody complains about Ashley. Like, everyone. There's probably a lot that I really enjoyed. I just have to sit there and actually think about it.
Yeah. So I assume that's probably going to win that category.
Oh, yeah. Joshua here, he says, from what I've seen, Bonanza looks really easy. Yeah. But, you know, even going back, I find a lot of games are a lot easier than they seemed back then because I'm an adult now. Some of them are still hard just because the systems were worse, right? Like, it was just, everything was jankier. One of the big issues is if you're actually trying to make a game that's built around 10-year-olds playing them, and now systems can be as tight and clean as you want them to be, games just aren't as hard because they're not as janky. That's just a fact of better technology, you know?
Yeah.
But the next category is Best Action/Adventure Game, which I think most years is another category you would care about because this is like the Zelda category most of the time, right? And I think we all know who should definitely win this. But there's a couple that I think it's like maybe one other one. We've got Death Stranding 2 on the beach, which I'm not a big fan of Death Stranding, but Kojima does look like he's really having a lot of fun. Tons of people like the game. They know what they're buying into, right? They're buying into Kojima's sandbox, so more power to him. It's not like back when he was at Konami and it's like I wanted his hands tied because I didn't want him just going off and doing wild things on these already established properties. But he's doing his own thing now. Sure, go wild. It's your studio. Do whatever you want. It's what people like. So that one's up there. Ghost of Yotai, I think, is very disappointing, even from the previews for the people who like Ghost of Tsushima. So it's up here, but I don't think it deserves to win.
Oh, it's going back real quick. We got the first Death Stranding, right? That was on like PS Plus.
Yeah.
That was the one I was playing. I liked that actually. I wish that it had let me go back and collect more. I imagine there's just more. There is more later on, but like in the beginning, you're collecting these boxes and stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop these off, but I couldn't carry all that I found, so like I'm gonna go drop them off, then go back and pick up the ones that I had to drop, and then it wouldn't let me. It moved on to the next thing, and I'm like, oh damn it, I was really enjoying that, like balancing the boxes on his back and stuff.
No, you'll get to do more of that later if you keep up with it, though.
Yeah. So I have not really. Oh, I definitely haven't played, but really haven't even looked at Death Stranding
in between
2.
story sections, most of the game is actually just like delivery quests and stuff. Like you get plenty of that if that's what you're looking for.
I like that. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We also have probably the clear winner here, in my opinion, is Hollow Knight Silk Song by Team Cherry.
Oh, yeah.
Just a classic, hard, like brutally hard Metroidvania adventure that everybody has been looking forward to for a really long time. I think it should win this category. We also have Indiana Jones and the Great Giant Circle, which is awful. And Split Fiction, which keeps showing up in a lot of these categories. I wonder if it's good. I don't really know much about Split Fiction at all. I remember seeing the trailer. We covered the trailer. I think it was the Summer Games Fest or whatever. We watched it. But I don't think it's good enough to beat Silk Song. So, or even Death Stranding if Silk Song wasn't here. So it's like, we know who the winner and the runner-up is.
Yeah. Wait, who's the runner-up, do you think?
Oh, I think Silk Song's the winner. I think Death Stranding is the runner-up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
because I think if Silk Song wasn't there, and if this was like competing against the first Death Stranding, which a lot of people were looking forward to for several years, I think the first Death Stranding would beat Silk Song. But the fact that this is a sequel, and everybody's been waiting for Silk Song for a really long time, I think that one wins for sure.
Yeah. I haven't even played Hollow Knight, and yet I know those are great games. And just you can't avoid hearing about them. So
yeah. So our next category is not action adventure, but just best action game. So pure action. Which we have a Battlefield 6, which I guess qualifies as an action game. There's a lot of action happening in a first-person shooter, but I don't think there's even is there even a single-player mode in the modern Battlefield? I don't think a shooter should be in the best action game category if it doesn't have a single-player campaign. That's my personal opinion. If it has a single-player campaign, I'd be happy to put like some of the older Battlefields or Call of Duties in there for the single-player campaign alone. Definitely an action game at that point, but without one, shouldn't be in the category. Doom: The Dark Ages, I think easily qualifies. Very action-y game. Hades 2 from Supergiant Games, which is, it's a roguelike action game. Isometric. We have Ninja Gaiden 4 from Platinum Games / Team Ninja / Xbox Studios. Definitely fits in there. And we have Shinobi Art of Vengeance, Lizard Cube / Sega. I actually didn't realize that we had both a new Shinobi and a new Ninja Gaiden game in the same year. This is my first time realizing that. This is a good year to be a ninja.
It's crazy. Apparently, yeah. And then I thought I saw one of the really old original trilogy of Ninja Gaidens was it re-released on the Switch or something?
Yeah, there was like a remaster or re-release that happened recently. Because it was like the and also I think Ninja Gaiden Black 2 got a remaster recently too. Yeah, so it's like, and I like Ninja games. There's a lot.
Yeah. I don't think it was a remaster or anything. I think it was just the original one. I'm talking about the the old 2D side-scrolling ones. Yeah. I hope you don't mind. I'm taking you into Walmart with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mind. It's just if the Walmart people do, you know. That's.
I don't think anyone cares.
Yeah, that is a tough category. Flit says that he wants to say Doom, but he'll say Ninja Gaiden. I don't want to say Doom, but maybe that's because I'm kind of a hater on Doom, the Dark Ages specifically. And I hear I'm not the only one. It's the shield and how much the game slowed down because of how they built it. It doesn't feel as fast as previous Dooms. And that's if I'm playing Doom or Quake or Wolfenstein, any of the 3 games from id historically, I want it to be a very fast pace, boomer shooter. I don't want anything to slow me down. I was critical of the first Doom comeback in 2016, where my flow was slowed down by the cinematic kills that get you like your health back and everything. I wanted the ability to turn those off. So if you would slow it down even more, you're upsetting me. But yeah, it's still Doom at the end of the day. So I'm probably also
I've not heard great things about it. Like people were anticipating it and hoping it would be good, but I've heard that it's not.
I might actually go with Shinobi personally. I think either Ninja Gaiden 4 or Doom is probably going to win.
Yeah.
But I personally, I think I'm more interested in Shinobi than the other ones.
I remember there was a friend of mine, I think in the, again, talking about the old one from the 80s, who loved Shinobi. And I just never got around to playing it.
Dude, I love that old commercial too when it was like from, is it 1998 or maybe it was 2000, it was somewhere around that zone, right? And the dude's like just in the gas station and there's like the windows are breaking and stuff. It's like, Shinobi's back! Shiga! It's like, I love that commercial.
Yeah.
But Shinobi's a fun game, so.
Yeah. Well, I think I'd probably go with Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the new one looks really good.
Yeah.
So this is almost a throwaway category to me, but, people like it, so whatever. And this is best VR/AR game.
Oh.
So we have Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcan Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk. Now, the only one of these that I'm actually familiar with, unless the Marvel's Deadpool VR is like the old Marvel Deadpool game, I don't know. I haven't really heard of any of these. But I am familiar with The Midnight Walk. I remember us watching the trailer for that one. So, like, it's the one I'd have to go with just because it's the only one I know. It looks really good. I like the aesthetics for the Midnight Walk. It's a very pretty game. It's got, like, that old, like, Touchstone Pictures sort of, like, claymation model look to it.
That's cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, I wouldn't even know to begin on the other ones. It's like, yeah, there's an Alien and there's a Marvel game in here. Fun, right? Big license properties.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm betting, like, most of the Alien games lately have been pretty good. From what
I would say most. I think the Alien games are like half and half. Half of them are like really good, half of them are really shit. And it's because they keep licensing out to the wrong people, right? Like when they licensed Colonial Marines out to Gearbox and they basically just phoned in the game, it had things turned off that would have just made the game work better if they bothered to turn it on, like how the rigging worked for things. And they like siphoned all the budget off.
Turned it off?
Yeah, so there's like, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like one of those cases where it's basically the difference between a 0 and a 1 in the code. And there's something about like the way the joint's supposed to move with the skeleton. And because it wasn't turned on properly, like the alien would just walk through stiff jointed in certain points. It's really ridiculous how incompetent that game was because they siphoned all of their manpower and budget over to their other games. It was like they just did it to get money, right, from the studio that wanted to make it.
Why didn't they put out a patch that flipped the bit back?
I don't know. Well, this was a long time ago. I don't even know how effective it would be to patch games at the time that one came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's like, but then sometimes you get like Alien really Isolation, which is like one of the best horror games to come out in the decade that it came out, right? So it's
Hmm.
like it's really hit and miss when it comes to Alien games.
Interesting. I guess I've only seen the good ones because
Yeah.
those are the ones people are playing.
Yeah. Next, we have Best Mobile Game. So this, in general, tends to be a bit more of my category.
Mm.
And we've got Destiny Rising, which is a Destiny tie-in game by NetEase. We have Persona 5, The Phantom X from Blackwing Games Studio / Sega, which I actually don't think the Persona 5 gacha game is very good at all. I would not recommend you play it. Stay away from it. As much as I like Persona, cannot recommend it. Sonic Rumble from Rovio Entertainment / Sega. Uma Musume Pretty Derby by Cygames Inc. Because their global release, they get to count. Though, it doesn't matter if your game is brand new, you might still be in the category anyway, because Wuthering Waves from Kuro Games is here. Now, if Wuthering Waves was brand new, I'd probably give it to them, compared to the things that are on this list. But, if I'm going to give something to a game that's already been out for a while, I'm going to give it to Uma Musume Pretty Derby. Because I actually don't think either of these games should be on the list. If we're getting rid of games that have been out for quite a while, by default, maybe I would just give it to Sonic Rumble, which is also not that good of a game, but is better than the other two on the list. But, yeah, Pretty Derby, let's, all the way.
At this point. Hello?
Hello?
That's weird.
Can you hear me? Oh, I lost him. You're probably cut in half again. There you are.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
That was weird. Yeah, I was talking. You couldn't hear. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me.
Yeah.
I was saying, I guess is this a category that usually has a lot of existing games?
Sometimes it's usually you get a lot of stuff that's been out that year, but because most mobile games are ongoing games, even though there's a category for best ongoing game, you get a bunch of nominations from ongoing games. It's crazy that there was only a couple this year, though. Most of them did come out this year, so that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. But Pretty Derby only just came out this year in the U.S., right?
Yes, globally. It's been in Japan for a few years now. I think it's year 3 in Japan right now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that counts as a new game for most people.
Yeah, as opposed to Wuthering Waves that doesn't even have anything new about it other than a new version, which every game has every single year. It was released globally, unilaterally, everywhere at once. So I don't know why that one's there. But we have oh wait, marsupials should be shilling the podcast to random strangers in Walmart. Listen, I'm not going to tell them to do that, but if you wanted. But we have Best Debut Indie Game, which had another game in this category, but it's because the creator of it published it under a different name, and since he's made other games before as a solo dev, he let them know they pulled his game out because he just didn't feel like he was supposed to be in the category. So instead of 5, we actually only have 4 people in Best Debut Indie Game. And the 4 games are Blueprints from Dagubam / Raw Fury, which I'm not familiar with. Actually, I'm only familiar with 2 of the games in this category. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 from Sandfall Interactive / Kepler Interactive. Despolate from Julian Cordero, Sebastian Valbuena / Panic, and Dispatch from Ad Hoc Studios. I don't know Despolate or Blueprints at all. I couldn't tell you anything about either of those games to weigh in. But I'm just probably gonna say every category it's in, Clear Obscure Expedition 33 probably just deserves to win it, unless you put it in a category that does not describe the game at all. Then just throw it out. But just the polish on Expedition 33, it probably deserves to win this category. And if he's not responding, it's probably because he's in checkout or something. So, lost him again.
I don't know why it keeps doing that.
I don't know. I keep losing him. Okay.
Yeah, that's so strange. Yeah, I agree. I was wondering what the last one was, or what the one was that was pulled.
Oh, I forget. I remember seeing it before, but I cannot remember.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember seeing all of the articles and stuff talking about it.
Yeah. Can you hold on one second? I'm going to mute.
Yep. Let's see. Fizz and Flit have both saying they've seen a lot of talk about Dispatch. People seem to love it for some reason. Yeah, it's basically Telltale superhero stuff, very Invincible inspired. Or in that type of game. It's not exactly Telltale, but it's the same similar thing. I have no interest in it because I don't really typically like those type of games, but for the people who do, they seem to like it a lot. It's like, I'm not inherently against it. It's kind of like an advanced form of a visual novel, but because of all the effort they put into the other stuff, it becomes a more limited form of a visual novel, right? Is a visual novel, from the time that you save modeling and animating and stuff, you could just make the game way longer and give more options. And some of them have point-and-click adventure stuff too. You could do that with a visual novel as well. You can combine a point-and-click with visual novel. A lot of people have done it in the past, so. The character designs for Dispatch look super basic. Yeah, I've seen a few of them floating around, like fan art and cosplayers and stuff, and I couldn't even tell what they were from until somebody mentioned that they were from Dispatch. Like, none of them really look potentially iconic. I don't think I'll recognize a single one of them 2-3 years from now. Heck, probably 2 months from now. But the next one is similar category, so has some of the same people, but not debut title, Best Independent Game in general.
Can you hear me
we
now?
have, yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, so for Best Indie Game, we have Absalom by Guard Crush Games, Ball X Pit, which might just be pronounced Ball Pit for all I know, by Kenny Sun / Devolver Visual, Devolver Digital, which, you know, they produce a lot of that stuff.
They get last place for me.
Yeah.
I don't care what the game is.
We've got Blueprints, which we mentioned in the last category, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, Hades 2, and Hollow Knight Silksong.
What category is this?
This is Best Independent Game. So not debut indie game, but just Best Independent in general.
Interesting. Yeah, this is a tough one, especially because I've not played either of these games.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is the first that I've heard, like, real, battle here.
Yeah.
Because there's two winners. I don't know which to pick.
Oh, I'm still throwing down Expedition 33. Especially because, like, with Hollow Knight, right? So obviously the other one would be Silksong, and
yeah,
I've watched a bit of it. I haven't played it. I haven't played either of these games, so my opinion has to basically just come down to me watching people play it.
Sure.
And so, take anything I say with a grain of salt. But also with Silksong, I have the opinions of talking to my brother who's played through the entire game. And
Okay.
he gave me a lot of like detailed reviewing on how much better and worse aspects of it are compared to the original Hollow Knight. Because he's also
Yeah.
played all the way through that one to the point that he could almost speedrun it. Like he played the shit out of the original Hollow Knight. He's beaten all of the
Okay.
bosses on hard mode, like on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And he was working on doing that with Silksong too. I think he still had a few on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And his opinion of it was echoed very similar to my opinion of Tears of the Kingdom compared to Breath of the Wild. Right.
Okay.
Where it's like it's
In what?
more, but it's not necessarily better. You know what I
see.
mean?
Yeah. And a little different, but not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to just go with
Okay.
Expedition 33 because it is a new game, and
Yeah.
it's like there's no expectations for you to let down on that one, right? It
Sure.
is the only thing in its franchise so far.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. I understand. Well, yeah, for me, it's a toss up, but I guess I'd probably go with that for the same reason
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, I almost feel like, even though I love certain sequels, just being a sequel is like just 1 point off. It's like,
Yeah,
it's just,
unless it's like better than the original in every way, then you're like, okay,
Sure.
well,
Yeah.
And there are some sequels that are like that, where it is just a raw improvement.
Sure.
But
yeah,
the deck is stacked against you.
true. Yeah. Because there are expectations. I mean, I think it almost like if Tears of the Kingdom had come first, it might have been even better. Probably would have been better received because there's
Maybe,
nothing
yeah.
to compare it to.
Yeah.
I got to get around to it. Like, I wonder though, if I want to play Silksong, should I just play Hollow Knight first?
I think you should. Especially because Silk Song's a little bit harder, so like you playing through
Yeah.
the first Hollow Knight, you'll develop more mechanical skills that will transfer over to Silk Song.
Yeah. And the nice thing is,
think in comparison,
there-
it's very much like Tears of the Kingdom 2, where it started out as an expansion for the original game, but then it grew so big that it just became its own game.
Yeah. Yep. Are they both $15? Is that right?
I don't know, but that sounds
Or-
right. I don't. They're not very expensive games.
Yeah.
I think Silk Song was
Yeah,
like
it's
20 when it
crazy.
came out. Maybe it's Black Friday right now, so maybe you're getting $5 off or something.
Yeah. I feel like they just made it the same price
Maybe.
as Hollow Knight. One of the things people were upset about. Well,
Yeah, they wanted like you
developers
should
were
charge
upset about.
more. It's like really,
Yeah.
they feel like they can sell this to you, like this is the comfortable price for them to profit, and you buy it, and
Yeah.
you want to charge more. Just go buy merch or donate something else to the company if you feel like they need more money.
Yeah. Well, that's how they were mad because it's, showing up to everyone, like saying, yeah, we can make money with just charging $15.
Oh, I was hearing it both, right? Like obviously other people in the industry and stuff were upset,
Mhm.
but I heard fans that like, no, you should be charging more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but the whole like you're not charging enough, and so it's making us look bad.
Yeah.
that's just funny.
So I
And
think, what'd you say?
I was gonna say it's this kind of argument that works if you're talking about a big company that's like engaging in monopolistic business practices, like
Yeah.
like Microsoft giving away IE when you used to have to pay for Netscape.
Yeah.
To dominate the industry, but it's like it's a small company. They can charge whatever the hell they want.
Oh, yeah.
It makes you look bad. It doesn't make other people look
Yeah,
bad.
it's not like
They're
if
the ones
Nintendo
making themselves
decided
look bad.
that they were just going to
Yeah.
screw the whole industry by charging $10 for their games because they could get away with it.
Yeah. Because they're like, we have $1 billion. We could lose all this money and dominate.
And it could be like a
That
game
would-
that they know won't sell as well anyway. So if they, like Kirby. I mean, Kirby does okay, but it doesn't sell as well as the other stuff. If they just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
everybody had Kirby and just wanted to fuck the rest of the industry, they could totally just choose to take a loss on Kirby and sell it for $10, and that
Yeah.
would piss everyone off.
Yeah. That I could understand people
Yeah.
being, in the industry being mad about, but this
Yeah.
is like, leave them alone.
They're a very small indie team, like.
Yeah, it's funny because
who are they hurting?
yeah, even like when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, people were mad at them for making such a good game. It's like
I saw more people mad at Claire Obscure for being less, because I think they came out at $45 on PC and like $50 on console. Because they're like, this looks like a AAA game. This is going to set expectations for people.
Yeah, hold on, I gotta mute.
But our next category, I think, made me laugh when I saw one of the nominees for it. I'm like, get out of here. You don't belong here at all. But it's the Best Community Support category, which is recognizing a game for outstanding community support, transparency, and responsiveness, including of social media activity and game updates / patches. So our nominees for Best Community Support are Baldur's Gate 3 from Larian Studios, Final Fantasy XIV from Square Enix, the one that made me laugh when I saw it on this list, Fortnite from Epic Games, Helldivers 2 from Arrowhead Game Studios / Sony Interactive Entertainment, and No Man's Sky from Hello Games. Now, I think easily No Man's Sky should just win this category every single year it's available to, because they took a game that was like an utter disaster and flipped it around into being like the best community supported game, period. To the point that as long as you just buy the copy of the game, you get so much stuff for free indefinitely that I don't, and they talk to the community, they're very responsive. They should just win every time. But Final Fantasy XIV should fuck off of this list, because their community support has almost been like antagonistic in modern day.
Oh, really? Huh.
Oh yeah, dude, they're horrible.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Especially like when a huge chunk, like it was not the majority, it was a large plurality, were complaining about the last expansion of 14. And so now they're finally admitting that they didn't do so well with it, so they're trying to steer course, like change course for the next one. Yeah. But during most of it, they were actually blaming the players for not liking it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why do they do that? That is so stupid.
Yeah,
like, when did that become a thing?
I don't know.
Jeez.
So yeah, get that out of the list. Fortnite, I don't even know much about their community support other than like it lets you make stuff. So I'm not going to criticize. Helldivers. Yeah. I mean, I guess they turned around a pretty bad situation at one point. So I guess they could maybe be there. But they were pretty bad though.
Did they?
Yeah, it was like the thing where you had to get a Sony account to play on PC. It was like the horrible situation.
Yeah, but now they're like, we hate our players. Well, I mean, I don't know that they ever changed, but like it seemed like very shortly after all that, and they got all this goodwill, they started saying like, they're like, we didn't mean for right-wing players to like our game. We hate them.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, what? Who cares? The money's so green. Jeez.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Larian, though, in Baldur's Gate 3, I hear they're actually really good at supporting their community, so they probably belong in this category. But I think it just goes to No Man's Sky. Like, easy.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. It's funny because they're just like, oh, man, they're like the little game that could. They're just trying. They're like, we screwed up, but we're going to keep making it better and better. And they are.
Yeah, how would you like 6 game expansions worth of free content over the last few years?
Yeah. Talk about a sorry, an apology for how bad it was at first. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm gonna have to go in a bit. Do you want to jump to the end or?
Sure. Let me look at what categories, because I did want to cover best ongoing game, but for the most part, it's kind of the exact same thing, except instead of Baldur's Gate, Marvel Rivals is here. So it was like the whole last category, but with Marvel Rivals. So I think No Man's Sky just wins that one again.
Yeah.
So let me see where we are.
Well, what's wrong with Marvel Rivals?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong. I just don't think it should win best ongoing.
Okay.
Like it's not bad. I just don't think it's good enough either. Yeah, it's great. They actually care more about making references to the comics than the MCU does.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. We'd want to skip games for impact anyway. Innovation and accessibility, we'd probably skip that one. Best performance, I think that one's easy to cover. Where basically 3 out of the 6 people are from Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Yeah, that's funny. Who are the other 3?
The other ones, we have Erika Ishii from Ghost of Yotai. We have Kodatsu Kato from Silent Hill F.
Wasn't she the one who said she was in Antifa or something like that?
I have no clue. I have not been following that.
Yeah.
And we have Troy Baker as Indiana Jones in the Giant Circle, which Troy Baker's always in this category, like every single year.
Yeah.
I think Jennifer English, though, probably deserves to win it as the voice of Mael in Expedition 33. Very great actress. But we also have Ben Starr and Charlie Cox, who were main characters in Expedition 33 as well.
I didn't know Charlie Cox was in it.
Yeah, he plays like the main character of the game, I think.
Oh, wow. That's neat. Okay.
Yep. So, but I want to give it to English. I think she deserves it.
Yeah.
Let me skip. We don't need audio design, but you did want to do score, so we'll hit score real quick.
Okay.
Best score in music, we have Hollow Knight Silksong, Hades 2, Expedition 33, Ghosts of Yotai, and Death Stranding 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think this one's a little more up in the air because Silksong, Hades, and Expedition all have great soundtracks.
I've heard really good things about Silksong, the music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this one, I might actually give that one to Silksong over Expedition, even though the Expedition soundtrack is just cake.
Yeah, it's not just heavy metal or pop,
Yeah.
fast track pop songs or anything.
Like a lot of it's actually like orchestral that fits the battles and stuff. So
that's cool. Like Final Fantasy used to be.
Yeah. Well, because that's one of their biggest influences is Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Apparently, Star Rail was also a big influence on them too. So yeah, they've been getting influenced on a lot of different things. They would talk about it. You could definitely see it in the UI because, like, I don't know, Hoyo's UI has just started becoming a standard where everybody starts putting everything in the spots that they put them.
Yeah.
See, we skip best art direction, skip best narrative, best game direction. I think we'll just go straight to game of the year to wrap up. We don't need.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
I gotta run. So.
We're also at the end of the show anyway. So for game of the year, the nominees are Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, On the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I'm shocked even got nominated for that. Nintendo games hardly ever do. I think maybe Tears of the Kingdom did, or Breath of the Wild. One of them did, but most of the stuff
Breath
in
of the
between
Wild won.
never did. Yeah, one of them won. Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silksong, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And I think Expedition 33 deserves to win it. Just because what I think Game of the Year should be is the one that's had the most impact on the industry that year. And I don't think a single game has had more impact than Expedition 33.
I think you're right. Yeah. I hope it does, but, I'm sure it'll win the Player's Choice, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah. If it doesn't, it'll just be like basically when Ghost of Tsushima lost.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell? Like, what? What? Wouldn't even make sense.
Yeah,
I mean, if Silksong wins or something.
Option.
Yeah. I mean, if one of the other,
I don't think anybody would be mad if Silksong wins. Like, I think that's probably the runner-up that people would be okay with, but.
Yeah. Man, I just, I don't know much about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but, I always hear the usual suspects are saying, oh, it's woke and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't judge that. I just don't know enough.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm still just happy to see Bonanza get nominated because, again, you don't often see Nintendo games in that category. They'll be in the other ones. They don't normally make it up in this category. Odyssey,
that is a surprise, which is crazy.
Yeah, well, then Odyssey, it was like the same year as Breath of the Wild. So, like, Breath of the Wild was of the two Nintendo games that got nominated for it.
I guess. But no, this all
And I
sounded
thought
pretty.
Odyssey was better than Breath of the Wild, but that's a personal opinion.
This all sounded pretty safe. Although I guess I didn't realize Death Stranding 2. I guess I did. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that to be nominated so many times, but Kojima, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, Clair Obscur. Win it all. Just go for it, keep winning.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see
cool
the next thing in your franchise. And because they have said Clair Obscur is the franchise name, we will be seeing more Clair Obscur games.
Who's Clair Obscur? I guess you have to play the game to find out.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like having Final Fantasy as a title,
But what does it mean?
When in the games do they ever actually say the words Final Fantasy?
What does it mean, though? It doesn't. I get the words Final Fantasy. I don't understand. Who's Claire? Why is she obscure? I don't know.
I heard it explained at one point. I don't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to go look it up again. But
yeah. Well, my takeaway is this is a pretty safe set of nominees.
It's actually not a bad
off the
year,
wall,
right? Like,
yeah.
Previous years, it's just been awful. Like, I was ready to rip into these things. Like, nothing made sense. But this, for the most part, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because it may be, the industry may be hurting in the AAA area, but I'll tell you, look at
good year for indies.
Yeah, the two most likely game of the year winners are both indie games. That's crazy.
There's 3 indie games in there too, right? Like it's like half of the game of the year category was also the same as like half of the best indie game category.
Yeah, that's awesome. Screw those AAAs.
Yeah.
Except Nintendo, they're okay.
Yeah, but it's like, No, thank you guys for watching. We went through the whole thing. That did take up the whole show. Marsupial has to have his second Thanksgiving with his other people.
Yeah.
So we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please grab that link, share it out with anybody else. I don't care who. And if you happen to like the show, you can always give a donation to streamlabs.com/vomitorium live. Really helps us out. Even if we can't catch it now, hey, I'll read it next episode. Who cares? And we'll see you guys whenever. I don't know. Monday.
Have a nice weekend.